creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Fanhome build the legendary cyborg, building Robocop. In this video, we're going to complete stage 44 of the build. Let's go!
Incoming reconnaissance signal detected! Strategize! Program destination for Earth! Resistance must be expected! Ready attack formation protocols! Analysis! Scan determines rogue creatures below! Mutated Dalek DNA detected! Prepare for maximum extermination!
With every stage of the build comes component parts and a magazine. These are all the components for stage 44. Let's have a look and see what we're going to be doing. Robocop and Murphy. So here's a list of all the components. There's quite a lot of screws as well, and the step-by-step instructions, and there's quite a lot of step-by-step instructions because we're actually going to be closing the upper leg and attaching it to the lower leg, so the right leg is pretty much done. So before I start any build, I just like to make sure that we've got everything that we're supposed to have here, that we have in here. I don't lose anything. Okay, there's quite a lot of bags of screws here. A lot. Spring. Yeah, it's quite a few bags of screws. So we've got this piece here, which is the gun holder. Then we have the gun holder part there. Checking that we've got everything. Doesn't seem like we've got everything. Let's see. This. Yeah, I don't see that comb looking thing, or that, unless they're in bags somewhere. Have a look. They're all screws. There's a spring in there. Release spring. Yeah, I think I've got a couple of things missing. So I've got this. Making sure nothing's fallen under anything, but no, I seem to have some pieces missing, actually. That is a shame. That is a shame. There's only a spring in that bag. Yeah, there's the gun holder spring. Oh no, that's it there. That's the gun holder spring. What is that? So that's yeah, I've got that. What's this? What is this? 44F is the release button spring. Ah yes, both springs are in that bag. They don't like springs at all. Anyway, so we've got the springs. We've got this piece here, which is 44D, which is the rear middle rail bracket. We have 44E, which is the right thigh release button. Cool. Yeah, and we should have EM screws, BP screws, DP screws, QP screws, EP screws. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we've got everything that we're supposed to have at this stage of the build. We've got our screws, we've got our screwdrivers, we've got our components, we've got our magazine. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. First thing what I do to start the build is we've got this piece here, which is the right thigh release button, and we need to get the small spring. As you can see, there's a little spring coiled up with the big spring, so I just need to get the two springs out. See, there's a little spring there, and then that's the big spring there. I'm just going to get that one out as well. So we've got to put this spring on this small tab there, so I'm just going to sit that on there like that, and then we've got to bring back this here. Let's see where it goes. So take the final assembly from issue 43, which is this, with the front thigh cover. Pulled pulled to the out position away from 42, away from this black piece into the back of the compartment under the rear middle rail, which is here. So it's got to go underneath here. I think it comes out the other side. Just checking which way around they've got it. Right, okay. So this has got to go underneath here. I'm not sure which position it goes. So it goes in that position there, like that. Straight down. See there? It goes straight down like that. Hang on, let's see. No, it goes, turn it that way, there. And it goes in there. So there's only one hole there. So I'm assuming the spring goes on one side, like that. And then this goes underneath, like that, into the hole. I'm thinking it goes in like that, and then it comes out the other side. Right, let's see. Where's the... Yeah, the spring's fallen off. So the spring goes there, like that. And it goes in like that. And it goes in underneath there. I'm not sure how it goes. Let me just put a bit of light on the subject, because it's sometimes very difficult to see. So I'm looking down there, there's only one hole down there. So I think it goes in like that. So I'll move that aside, and I've got to push it down. Yeah, the spring keeps coming off though. Get the spring back on, and that button needs to go through that hole. It's really fiddly to do. I'll do it off camera. So the spring has to go down, not the spring, the button part that has to go down that hole there. You see it? You can see the green through? That's where it's got to go. I'm going to do that off camera because it's going to be really fiddly. Put it in. I've got to hold it in place there. So that's the button that we just put in, and it comes through to this other side. So I've got to hold everything together. So I squeezed all the, pulled the rails in, and I'm holding everything down with my 2 fingers, holding it in place, because we've got to put a screw in this side. So I think that screw hole there meets that screw hole there. I'm assuming we've got to use a QP screw, which is here, while I'm holding this together, because the whole thing's going to just go if I let go. So I'm going to swap over again, get a screw loaded on here, like that. I just need to make sure that nothing moves, like that. See there, it's got to keep it clicked in place. It's come out again. Just hold it back down like that. You hold it back down like that, and then you pull this whole thing together, this whole side, and it holds that button down there. Okay, so that's held in place like that. Now I've got to turn it over and put a screw in the other side, and the screw goes Yeah, the screw goes in there, and apparently they should hold it all together if I do that. It should hold the whole thing together. Just tighten it up slightly with this. To press this whole thing down like that. Screw. Let me just show you where the screw hole is. The screw hole's there, where my thumb is, just above my thumb. That's where the screw hole is. There. If I release my fingers, whoa, that's popped out, that's popped out. Let's try that again. So that's over there. Let's see if I can tighten it up a bit more. So that is tight, but it's not holding together. Just going to check that. I put the screw in the right place. QM screw. Fix the button in place with the QM screw from this side. Screw on the front face of the compartment. So I've done that, but for whatever reason it's not holding. It screws right in there, but it's not holding because that comes out like that there, and it shouldn't do. It shouldn't do that. Oh, maybe I got it now. It seemed to click as well. That's in tight now. Oh, it still keeps popping out. It shouldn't pop out. It should hold the whole thing in place like that. I wonder if I might change the screw. If I've got a similar screw but bigger, I'm going to do that. Let's see. Let's get the Q screw out just to have a look at it. Oh, there's a spring in there as well. Did that spring come off here? So that spring, did that spring come off? No, the spring's still in there. So I don't know where that spring came from. So look it in place. So I need a screw that's like that, but longer. Let's see, I'm just going to check all my screws. Look at the DP screws, let's have a look. I might use a DP screw, see if that's better than this. Let me just get one of these screws out. Like that. They're kind of the same but longer. So I'm going to hold that in place. I'm going to change screws because this screw's not holding everything together like it's supposed to. So I've got to get this screw out, this Q screw out, because it seems too small. QP screw. I'm going to replace it with this because I think the screw needs to be longer. So I'm going to, can't find my screwdriver. Here it is. I'm trying to hold everything together. I hope this screw works because the whole mechanism's not going to hold together unless it's got a strong enough, longer enough screw. Let's try this. It seems like it just needed to be a bit longer to kind of hold it all in place. So we'll tighten it now. Like that. If I let go, it still pops out. I don't think it's supposed to pop out. Let me just see if there's anything else that can be covered with it. Let's push the Vi cover back to its in position, which is there, so that the middle rail Yeah, the screw's gone in the right way. I'm just wondering if there's anything else that holds it in place. Ah, yes. There is a middle rail cover, which is this, and this will hold it in place. I'll work out which way around it goes. So that's the orientation. Yeah, so this goes here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I need a couple of BP screws. This is so fiddly. Until it's held in place, it's going to keep popping out. Let me just okay, so I'm going to get a couple of BP screws out and one loaded on the screwdriver. Like, it's really difficult to do with one hand holding all that together. So I'm just going to put a screw on there. Ready. Like that. That screw doesn't look like that screw. That's weird. Let's get the BP screws again and check which are the BP screws. Alright, let's put a BP screw on. Any BP screw. I think these are the BP screws, I'm not sure. Right, get a BP screw on the screwdriver, like that, and then this is all held in place. Get this cover on, which goes on like that, and I think it goes there like that. And once I put the cover on, it should hold the whole thing together. The screw's wobbling about. Just hold it. No. Check this is in the right position. Right there. So I'm holding everything together with my finger and thumb, because it's all going to click out of place if I don't hold it. Alright, let's get it in that hole. I don't know why it won't go in that hole. Right. No. Don't be doing this now. Oh dear. Alright, I'm going to try this screwdriver because... Right. So I've got it all held together. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this bottom screw first. There. I don't know why it's not. It's not going in. Don't know why it's not going in. So you drop it down a bit like that. Try again. Yeah, it's going in now. That's it. I'm going to tighten it, and I can't release until I've got the second screw in, which will hold the middle rail together. Because once I've got that held together, I can get the screw on the screwdriver now. There's a lot of stress. This is a lot of stress, this. Get this screw in like that. Doesn't seem to be lined up properly. Just move it like that. Yeah, it's going in now. That's going in. And that will hold everything together like that. And if I remove my finger like that, it's all held in place. That's the middle rail there, with this and the release button, which is, I don't know where the release button's there. That's the release button there, I think. You can see there. That's there where my finger is. I'll move it out of the way there. That's the release button there. So that's all this held together now. Let's get these BP screws back in. So that was quite stressful. So yeah, that's how it's looking from that side. Can you see? And then around this side, everything's all locked into place. Okay, so the next thing we've got to do is this is the gun holder and this is the gun part. See, it's got two holes on it there. So we turn it round that way and push it over those two pins. There's a small pin and a bigger pin, and the same with the holes. There's a small hole and a bigger hole, and that just pushes into place like that. No screws, no glue. There you go. And then you see this post here. This is where we put the large spring on it there, like that. So I'm going to hold the spring here, like that, on the gun holder, and there is a post just there. And I've test fitted it, but it seems like it's too big. I've got to pass it through. It won't go through because it seems to be too wide for this. It's really difficult to. No, they're not. It doesn't. I'm going to take the spring off a second. It's supposed to. I think it's supposed to go through there, or is it there? See which way it goes. Look, if that went through there. Oh yeah, I see where that goes. Yeah, so I'll put the spring back and feed it through. See, there's a post there. You see there's a post there and there's a hole there. So they just line up like that. So the spring with the bigger post goes through that hole. No, it's not that hole, it's that hole there. And the smaller one goes through there like that. And we have to hold it in place until we get a DP screw that goes through. So turn it around. And the DP screw goes, I think it goes here. Let me just check. Turn the assembly over and secure the joint with a DP screw in the hole in the gun holder 44. Let me just check where they're putting that. Yeah, and it just stops it from popping out. So I'm going to get a DP screw. So DP screw goes here. See where it's going in and out. It'll still go in and out, but it'll stop it from popping out the other side. So I'm going to get a DP screw. There's a lot of putting screws in to stopping the whole thing from springing out. So there's a lot of that going on in this build, this stage. So I'm just going to get the screw on there. I just need to swap fingers over like that. That. So it needs to just go there. Oh, it's fiddly. Need to move a thumb just to guide that screw. Oop. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's got to go. It's got to go in there. See where it's popping up and down? It's got to go in there like that. But it kind of just fits instead of going in. So I'm going to hold it steady like that. Start to screw it in. Yeah, it's going in now like that. And before I tighten it, I just want to make sure that this is straight like that. And then I'm going to tighten it. There, like that. So this still goes up and down like that. Still goes up and down like that. Like that. See if I can tighten this screw in a bit more. Check with my light because I can't see. Yep, that's all the way in. So there, that's the as you can see, the gun holder there. And that's what the screw was there for, because of the resistance to stop this from popping out while I got the screw in place. So yeah, there's a lot of mechanical things, spring-based mechanical things going on there. Here's a fun section. We're putting this assembly that we've just done on top of the calf, the right calf that we did in stage 35. So there is a thick post there. Just checking the holes. Yeah, so this goes in here. That thick post there, you see that thick post there? Let's show you that thick post there beside that spring. That thick post goes through this hole here, where my finger is. So that goes in there, and there should be two holes. There are two holes. So just tip it on the side. So that goes, that post goes over there like that, there, and then there are two screw holes there. So I'm going to lie this down to do this, and we need a couple of DP screws. EP screws, sorry. We need a couple of EP screws to fit those two parts together. Yeah, EP screws. Need a couple of EP screws to fit these two together. Zoom right in there. Okay, so that's the post there. And then there are two screw holes in here that I need to make sure that they are fitting. I'm going to have to twiddle around with it a little bit, trying to get it in the exact right place. The post goes through there, and then these two. I can't see the. There are a couple of holes there, but they don't look like screw holes. Through there, and then I see the screw holes now. I see them. Screw holes are at the bottom here. Let me just line them up like that. There. And get one screw in there. It's quite fiddly, so we get the post in there like that. There, that's it. You just hold it, get the screws in. I can barely see that, you know. Right, let's see there. Screws come off the screwdriver now. A lot of this is really fiddly, isn't it? Screw keeps coming off the screwdriver. I want to get these two leg pieces together. It's really fiddly, really fiddly. And the screw falls off. I don't know where that screw went. Yeah. I'm going to change screwdrivers because. Okay, let's try this again. Where's my screw gone? Just about to go then, and the screws. I've lost both screws now. Oh no, wrong screwdriver. Here. Alright. This is really. Oh, my back is hurting now because I've been straining to hold things in place. Right. So that goes there, like that. Be able to put the screw in now. The screw's fallen off. So if I can put the screw in with my fingers. Nope. It's all going wrong now. It's all going wrong. Because the screw keeps dropping off the screwdrivers. I had it all in place as well. Oh dear. Right, it's in place now. It's in place. going in. That is going in. Let's tighten it like that. Get the second screw in. EP screw, because I lost my screw. I don't know where it went. I don't know where it's gone. So let's get another EP screw out. I just felt the screw under my hand then. Right, so let's get another EP screw out while we're cooking on gas. Get this second screw in. The screwdriver's caught under there. Oh, so stressful this is. Alright, so we get this over the top like that, so it's held in place. And the screw keeps dropping off the screwdriver. Magnetic screwdrivers. And the screws keep dropping off. This is the worst time for screws not to stick onto the screwdriver. This is the worst time to not do that. Yeah, that's unbelievable that the screws are not sticking onto the screwdriver head. It's a bad time for this to happen. Right, get this screw in, start screwing. That's going in really good. Ooh. Right, that's in. Just make sure the other one's tightened in. There we go. There we go. Zoom out. Look. Whoops. There we go. That's that together. We turn it over. I'm not going to lay it down, but if you turn it over there, look. That's looking really good. Well, I can lay that down on that side. There you can see, that's the second leg almost finished. Oh, here we go with the fun. It's the fun time. So, you see this, you can see it there. See there's that, you know that rail that was coming out, the release button. Let me show you. You can't see the detail there. Here, see this here? It's sticking up. That has to pass through. So we're bringing this assembly back. That has to pass through that hole there. So we've got to meet the two together, but that's got to pass through this hole here. So we've got to line it up so it passes through that hole. Yeah, there. And then rest it like that there. So it's just pass it through the hole and rest it. So I just want to make sure it's going through the hole on the other side. Yeah, as you can see there, like look there, if I press it, you can see it popping in and out like that. So you got to rest it like that. Oh, it's come out now. Get it back in that hole again. Careful what I'm holding. And then double check. Where is it? There. Yep. So I'm going to rest it down there now that it's in the hole. Like that. Another tricky section here. We've got to get a screw down here. An EM screw. Well, that was weird. The screw just fell right through. I've got to see where it's going. So one of these posts should line up. This is really, really tricky. So if I get this back where it's supposed to be, in that hole. Right. Back in that hole again. Right. Right, it's back in that hole again. It was. Get it back in that hole there, like that. There. I can't actually see. Yeah, it's in the hole. And then I've got to get a screw that won't stay in the screwdrivers. Get another EM screw. Just dropped one. Okay, there we go. EM screw. Get it on the screwdriver. And then screw it here at the back of the compartment next to the gun holder. The weirdest thing is there's two holes. There's two screw holes. I don't know which one I'm supposed to do. This is really tricky. Really tricky. I'm going to put the screw back on the screwdriver that doesn't stay onto the screws. And then it's got to go in there where I can't see. It's got to go in the back of the gun holder. I need to have a look and see if I can see where it needs to go. Oh, maybe it goes down there. Let me see. Going to this. It's not down there. It's not down there. So in the back of the gun holder. Okay. Now I can see where it needs to go, but I don't think it's linked up with. There is a. I can't see if I can see a screw hole down there. It's really difficult to see. So there's a hole there. There's a hole there, and that's where it's saying it's supposed to go. But when I do that, the screw just drops through. So what I'm going to do is, I can't really see. If I drop the screw in there, like that, it kind of rattles inside. Let me just see if I can get it. I don't know if it's screwing in or not. Maybe. No, that's not screwed in place. So that hole's there. So the hole's there. It's not even a screw hole. Alright. Let's play around with this again. Line it up again. That's lined up. That's lined up. I don't know where my screw is now. I keep losing the screws. So I need another EM screw. This is so difficult, this part. I don't know if anyone else is building this. This is a really difficult part. Because I can't see the hole where it's supposed to screw into. So let's leave the screw with the screwdriver there. And I'm going to use this to look down. I can't even see a screw hole down there. Oh, that's clicked into place. Alright. So maybe that'll work. I don't know. Why are fucking not magnetic anymore? This is a really fucking crucial part. And the fucking thing's not magnetic anymore. Right. I'm gonna get the fucking screw out. Fucking why is that there? Why is that there? Oh, of course it's fucking doing that. Is that a screwdriver? Is that a screwdriver? Won't fucking put this together. It's not fucking working because I'm putting it in the hole where it's supposed to go. This whole thing's gonna fucking fall to bits. See, there's the screw. I wonder if I can put the screw on this, and if I can, is it magnetic? So apparently it's got to go down that hole there. It's not connecting with anything down there. Did that screw in place? Maybe it did. I don't know if it did or not. I don't know if that's in, but I'm going to leave it there like that until I get the other screws in. So then we've got to put. I can't even see the fucking holes. I can't even see the fucking holes, you know. There's a hole there. There's two holes. Fix the 3 more screws into the remaining holes in the back of the compartment. With 2 of them, you will have to put the screwdriver through the gun hole. The gun hole. Yeah, so I've got to start screwing these in. So got to line this up again though. Got to line it up again because it popped out again. Right, so that's in place there. Right, that's in place. So I'm going to drop a screw down there. I'm just going to do it because I can't show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it because it's a really delicate part, and I'm just going to drop the screw down there. So I keep losing screws, and I need these 2 parts to kind of hold. I'm going to get my good screwdriver, which is over here. tighten that up. Like that. And then one of the holes, we've got to go through the gun holder to do it. Which I think is here. Just checking where we're putting these screws now. So I got that one in, and then we've got to put 2 more down here. So I think that's the hole there. But none of these screwdrivers are magnetic now. So I'm going to put it down there. I think the other one's here. Just checking everything works. I think that screw hole there goes through the gun holder. Just down there. I can't really see. So it goes through the gun holder, but I can't move the gun holder to get that in. Yeah, these screwdrivers are not magnetic anymore. Like that there, and there is a hole down there. Let's see if I can see it from the side. Right, yeah, I can see the hole. I'm just gonna get the screw and the screwdriver through. Down that hole there. So we're going through the gun holder to do this. Let me just change screwdrivers to do this. Right. Okay. Check. So put one there. I'll put the one there. So we've got to put a lower one in now. Wherever that lower one is. Yeah, I see it there. I think we did put one in there, so I'm just going to put the screwdriver in. Tighten this one up. So that should be those pieces together. It says with the side and the rear outer facing connected by the two hinges in the closed position. Carefully push the button. Push the button. Carefully push the button. I don't see the button anymore now. Unless that's the button in the back here. Okay. Push the button on the rear outer face. Connecting cleanly above and below the hinge. Holding the assembly in this position, press firmly on the front cover and the underside of the inner thigh as indicated. These two. I think we've got to close it. As indicated in the arrows. Ensure that 43A is locked into place in the tabs. It's starting to close now. Undo those tabs like that. Yeah. Okay, underside of the inner thigh is indicated with the arrows. Ensure that they lock in place. The tabs on the edge should prevent the outer side and the rear side from opening. Check that you can open the assembly again by pressing the button 440 and closing it again. I don't know, it seems like there's something missing there. Or is it supposed to? Oh, it's supposed to go over the front, isn't it? It's supposed to go over the front, like. Yeah, so that's supposed to go over there, and that's supposed to go over there, that's it. And that clicks in place like that, somehow. But it doesn't look like it fits. Yeah, so that's where it's supposed to go, like that, there, as you can see. There. It's just supposed to sit like that. There, as you can see. That goes on there, like that, and then it's supposed to sit over the front. Pulls over the front of the leg, like that and that. Yeah, like that. I'm just wondering how it locks into place. So an indicated shirt, so it sits over. Have a look round the other side here. So there's the hinges there. So they're all in the right place there, and that sits round like that. Doesn't look pretty at all. It really doesn't. Looks like it's, yeah, it doesn't look pretty at all. That side of that leg there. Because that's clashing with this. Very good. Yeah. If that pulls in. The thing is, I don't want to break it. That's the thing. Does that go like that? So that's catching on that. I don't know why that's catching. Just look at the leg. Yeah. Look at the leg. What if they're supposed to go inside? Like that. Not outside. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's all clicked in place. Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to go like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Okay. Check that you can open the assembly again. And that's how the leg opens. I'm not sure his leg opened like that. Apparently that's how it's supposed to open. Yeah, like that. It's supposed to open like that to get his gun out, and then close it. Get these two under, in and under. Like that. These two fitted properly. Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to go. Like that. It stays shut like that. But I can't remember his gun doing that. So it stands like that, and this opens up like that. I don't remember it doing that. I thought it opened like the hinges. I don't remember his leg doing that. And then we push these back in like that, and that clicks closed. It's not pretty at all, is it? It's really not. It's really not pretty at all, because that's supposed to be up like that. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the leg. That's the leg done. Like that. So that completes stage 44 of the build. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.